You paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
Reichel moved out by Demidov, who's all by himself, and then he ran into the referee.
Consider that payback. No, just kidding. It was 2 inadvertent hits on officials. Let's not try to exacerbate the drama. In fact, I said earlier today that we all need to calm down a bit, considering what's going on in the sports world. I've seen a couple of people saying that the FBI should investigate the NHL. Please guys, calm down. Montreal Canadiens are finally at the top of the Eastern Conference, and you're asking for the NHL to be investigated by the FBI? Just don't do this to me, please. Montreal Canadiens played the Vancouver Canucks tonight, and it was a phenomenal game. We're going to get into all the details, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's talk about it. So yeah, Montreal was in Vancouver tonight. Vancouver was nice enough to host them at 4 p.m. their time, so we can watch the game at 8 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Atlantic. I mess up time zones all the time. And yeah, I'm glad they played the game early because I really wanted to watch this one. The Seattle game, whatever. But the Montreal Canadiens were looking to improve their record that is already pretty great. What are they, 6-3? Didn't expect this type of start in October. I thought they were going to have to try some lines out, make sure that the chemistry is clicking. But to St. Louis' credit, I think that evening out these lines and trying to balance them for offense and defense was brilliant. He can do some fine tuning later. Actually, he's probably going to start doing some fine tuning sooner than later, especially with the news that Patrik Laine will be out for 3 to 4 months. Sports hernia. He had an operation, so he's going to be out. It just awful news. You hate to see it for this guy. A career that's been plagued by injuries and setbacks finally comes to Montreal, says that his head is clear and is ready to love hockey again. Definitely showed some impressive stuff last season on the power play mostly. But we were really hoping for this season to be a bounce back season for Laine, getting the training in that he needed to do and feeling his best. And then this happens. I got to give you guys a big shout out. These past few games, I mean, they've been incredible games and they've been really interesting games, but you've been supporting the channel. Thank you so much for your support. Our subscribers, we're up to 17,356 subscribers as of recording this video. Let's see if we can get some extra. If you like this type of content, if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Community members, don't worry about it. You can help out too. Hit that like button, helps me with search results or something probably. So let's recap this game, but first we have to do something very special that we do every single video. I got to tell you who's in the lineup. La formation de départ. Nos attaquants, our forwards, Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Anderson, Evans, Gallagher, Newhook, Kapanen, Demidov, Bolduc, Doc, Veleno. Nos défenseurs, our defensemen, Matheson, Dobson, Struble, Hudson, Xhekaj, Carrier, and finally returning to net, nos gardiens, our goalie, Jakub Dobeš. He's gonna get more starts this season. It's plain to see. This is his Calder year. It's also Kapanen's Calder year. It's also Demidov's Calder year, and they're all playing out of their minds. Could you imagine seeing a short list of Dobeš, Kapanen, and Demidov when Calder season comes around? But the sad thing is, Montembeault has been playing not great. That's an understatement. So Dobeš will be up against Lankinen tonight. They're saving Demko for whoever they're playing next, I guess. The first period starts, and we get an interesting comment from whoever it is, Ray Ferraro or Shorthouse.
St. Louis got in at 2 o'clock. Game was at 5. I had a couple of Burger King chicken sandwiches and had a goal and an assist. Didn't know what was going on. You just go play.
We really didn't need to know that, but good to know you enjoy those foot lettuce sandwiches from KFC. Overall, seeing some pretty sloppy play and some pretty lazy play that's very worrisome. And eventually, the Canucks are going to get on the board first.
It's Pettersson drop pass. Hronek cuts wide. Centers Pettersson and scores.
1-0 for the Canucks. Pettersson. Yikes. Huge defensive breakdown here. Look at Pettersson and DeBrusk all alone. What is going on here, guys? Demidov, you look useless in front of the net. You're just puck watching. You better make up for it this game. He does. So after that, you really hope that goal wakes them up, but it doesn't really look like it. This is where Josh Anderson takes out the guy who takes out the official, and Montreal gets into trouble, takes some penalties, but they do kill off those penalties. First period ends, and it was really a snooze fest, the first period. But also, maybe like one of the worst first periods that the Canadiens had all season so far. Really didn't look like the team. They looked slow, they looked lazy, sloppy, passes weren't connecting. So you're hoping that they go into the locker room, give their heads a shake, and bounce back. Second period starts. This is where Demidov is sending messages to the referees. He did kind of plaster him against the boards there, didn't he? Now, this was very heartening. I love seeing this. Kirby Dach was quarterbacking a long offensive zone attack, and I felt like there was almost like no way that the hockey gods wouldn't allow him to get rewarded. We were seeing some really hard play and good decision-making by Kirby Dach on that little attack. But then Veleno takes a stupid penalty. Offensive zone penalty, gets his arms, gets his stick around his guy. That's not how you battle for the puck, man. On the ensuing penalty kill, we start things off with an Anderson breakaway. And of course, he puts it off the inside of the post, surprising absolutely no one. And then the Canucks go back the other way, and
He's down low to DeBrusk. Back up to Pettersson. Here's Hughes. Slap shot. Scores!
DeBrusk making it 2-0. You knew that this was going to happen. You knew they were going to get punished for that stupid offensive zone penalty. Now, Veleno, you have to make up for it. And he kind of does. He has good physical forward play. Another heartening moment, we see Demidov, Newhook, and Kapanen doing some strong work in the O-zone, putting on pressure, tiring out the Vancouver guys. This is a much better period for the Canadiens. All right, now a chain of events kind of happens here. First off, Xhekaj takes a second stupid penalty, but then on the attack in the offensive zone, Karlsson on the Canucks takes a stupid penalty. So there's a little bit of 4-on-4. Montreal Canadiens are dominating on the 4-on-4 like they usually do. But the first line isn't out there. They're being saved for the end of the 4-on-4 and the limited time on the power play. So how do you think the first power play for the Canadiens is going to go?
Hudson lets one go, blocked. Loose puck in front, to the side, Suzuki scores.
Power play goal for Nick Suzuki. After some sustained zone time, Suzuki scores on the power play from an incredible heads-up feed from Demidov, who is making power play 1 look incredible. Still in the second period, Sherwood breaks his stick and for some reason goes to the other end of the ice, tackles Hudson, and nothing happens. Hudson did not have the puck here. This might be a contender for the stupidest non-call of the year. Is there a rule that I don't know about? If you don't have your stick, you're allowed to just tackle individuals? Now we see the second period end, but Ratu is going to take a penalty right at the last moment. Takes Gallagher out right in the final second. Canadiens will start period 3 on a power play. Habs are definitely scrapping now. The Nucks are still leading by 1 though, and they're still up in shots. The third period starts. Canadiens are on the power play. They're applying a lot of pressure, and you feel like the momentum of the game is shifting a little bit. All they need to do is tie this up, and they'll start putting it over.
Puck just went wide to his left. Now Hudson, another shot blocked in front. Loose puck. Slafkovsky scores.
And that's exactly what they do. 2-2. Slav breaks his stick and puts it in, and guess who feeds him? Demidov. His eyes find Slafkovsky. Perfect pass gets to him, and it's all over. Glad that his stick held on for that final shot. Canucks are trying to make it back to Bruskin all alone. Probably wishes that he had another chance on this one, but Dobesh had him all the way. Now an ugly moment. Vander Kane cross-checks Caulfield from behind, sending him into the boards. This is like one of the 51 reasons why no one likes this piece of garbage. And then he has the audacity to ask the ref why this is a penalty.
It looks like there's an initial penalty. Kane, Caulfield's on 1.
He must have smoked his pregame lunch. Now on the power play, they don't end up capitalizing, but they exhaust the Canucks. The Canadiens are pouring it on now, and the shot disparity has tightened up completely. The Canucks look like they feel the momentum change, and they're starting to lose steam.
Matheson fakes the shot, lets it go, he scores! Mike Matheson with a long rip.
That's Mike Matheson from the point, and wow, what a shot. Bar horizontal downward. I think Matheson is really having an incredible season, especially after factoring in he's basically had like 2 demotions, but not really, because he's been pulling like the most time on the team still. He's important on the team. He really is. Now we got a clip of Suzuki getting slammed, but these are the types of hits that Suzuki takes and he just eats them. This doesn't bug him. There's a little bit of back and forth. The Canucks are kind of showing signs of life, but the Canadiens keep pouring it on. And now Ivan Demidov is going to make it 4-2.
Who has the go-ahead goal for the Canadiens? Kane went down trying to check him. Carrier at the line. Demidov shoots. He scores.
Excellent work by Demidov. No discredit by him. Great shot. But behind the play, what made this happen was Mike Matheson again. He's doing good work behind the net, gets it to Carrier, and then Demidov just buries it. Sends it above the shoulders. My God, what a great shot. Things are going to start clicking for Demidov. They're going to start falling into place, and I think the goals will come. On the bench, you can hear an audible. I haven't listened to this. I haven't played with the sound. I think you can make out exactly what this individual says. I think it's Quinn Hughes, and he's telling his team to wake up. Let's see if I can isolate it, but I think there's some pretty foul language.
First career 3.
Now DeBrusk with the opportunity of a lifetime. The puck is thrown in from the point. Garland just had to tap it in, but it didn't happen. Dobesh is now having to battle. Boys can't get it out of the zone. Vancouver's really turning it on. I don't know what Quinn Hughes said, but it must have woken them up.
Hughes. Pettersson, who has 2 points in this game, puts one in front, tipped in.
And Garland is going to score. 4-3. Now the Nucks with the net empty. Garland scores a third goal on Dobesh, which I don't think that anybody has scored 3 goals on Dobesh yet. It was a great tip that found its way in. It was like a seeing eye tip. That's going to be a hard one for Dobesh to save. Now time winding down. The Nucks are really fighting to tie this up, but the Habs are scrambling too. They're putting out fires. The Nucks are getting opportunities, but the Habs are extinguishing those fires quickly. The Canucks call it time out. 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Can they tie it up? Well, they had a really good opportunity to do it, and probably the best guy for the job had the puck on his stick, but he couldn't make it happen. Besser in front. Looks like it's all leading to overtime, but Brock can't find good wood. Oh man, that hurts for the Canucks. And that's going to do it. Big comeback for Montreal. If you thought that they had grit to come back a lot last season, just watch out this season, because I don't think that they're going to have to come back every second or third game. A real fun game to watch. Demidov was the first star of the game. No surprises there. He's also the rookie point leader now. Tied for second place is Kapanen. Of course, we have Dobesh up in front for goaltenders as well in terms of save percentage and goals against, I believe. So it's looking really good. It's looking fantastic. 7-3 record, top of the Atlantic, top of the East. Yeah, let's keep trucking. It's going to be Seattle next. That game is on at 11:30 at night for me. I am not going to be able to watch that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to watch that, guys. I'm going to have to make a video about it the next day, and that's on Tuesday. So there's quite a gap. I might try to put up another video in the meanwhile. Any ideas for another video that I could take a look at? Look at some team stats, look at the standings, look at how the season is shaping up. I don't know. I'll think of something. Had a great day. My mom was in town to visit. The kids got to play a lot with my mom, and I love it when they spend time together. It's really fun seeing my daughter, who's only 1 year old, interact with family members and family members that she remembers. She remembers my mom, and there's definitely a rapport there, and they get along really well. It's very cute. Hope you're having a good weekend. I was sick. I'm feeling better. Hopefully that continues, and hopefully I don't get sick too often during the flu season and during public school flu season. Gotta love that. So take care, everyone. You know what to do. Like the video. It helps me out with something with YouTube's inner workings. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.